I would have been happy either way with whatever it was, but I mean, deep down I wanted a boy, but regardless, as long as he was healthy, I didn't care.
Yeah, I was considered a very healthy pregnancy. Well, around 28 weeks, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. And then after that, I just started having periods of not feeling good. Things I sort of dismissed as like stomach aches or indigestion. You know, in pregnancy, being tired is normal. And so when I was approaching my 3rd trimester, I was feeling, you know, extra tired and that kind of thing. I woke up around 4 o'clock in the morning and I was in very intense pain.
I wasn't too concerned at first. I mean, she said, you know, she thought it was gas or indigestion, whichever. I mean, she said she didn't feel good, you know, at other times.
I finally called into my doctor office and talked to the nurse, and she asked if it was my first pregnancy, and I said yes. She said, honey, those are contractions. You need to go to the hospital.
Gathered a bunch of stuff, and I just remember I stopped, sat on the couch, and bawled. Yeah, I haven't talked about this in like 1.5 years, so. Yeah, no, I remember sitting on the couch, just crying and praying, and yeah, so, I mean, just scared the whole time.
Felt like a scene from a movie, like we were rushing to the OR. He was 9 weeks early. I think the thought that I could not get out of my head was just fear of losing my baby. I didn't know if he was gonna live.
I think I was literally only in there to see Mason come out, and got him out, held him up, and that was awesome.
I do have a vivid memory of the nurse holding him next to my head in the OR. It's really hard.
So at that point, I didn't really care how small he was. He was just here, and he was alive. So.
I was initially diagnosed with severe preeclampsia, and then after Mason was born, it was discovered that I developed HELP syndrome. The HELP stands for hemolysis, or the breakdown of your red blood cells, elevated liver enzymes, and low platelet counts. So during my C-section, because my platelets were so low, I had started bleeding, and I was essentially headed towards liver and kidney failure.
Then he comes in and explains everything that's going on with her. So now I have 2 things to worry about. Just the most helpless feeling, because you can't help your kids, so, and you can't help your wife. It's like helpless. You can't do anything but sit and watch.
I know at one point Mitch, you know, pushed me down to the NICU, and there are pictures of me sort of sticking my hand in the isolette and holding onto his hand, but I don't remember that. They sort of placed him inside of my hospital gown so that we could have a little bit of skin-to-skin contact, and I think that's when, like the first time that I really felt like a mom, you know. He's just awesome. He's full of life, and he's just my hero. He's been through a lot already, and he's been so well-mannered, and he's so calm, and he's been an awesome baby.
How big is Daddy?
He received surfactant therapy, you know, to coat his lungs and give them an extra a boost, you know, to develop and to prevent them from collapsing. So he did receive 1 round of that, but that was all that was needed. It's
How big are you?
a pretty lonely feeling when you're sitting in the NICU, you know. But as soon as I discovered March of Dimes, and you don't feel alone at all. Oh.
Little tower.
If I could say one thing to someone watching this video, is that experiencing premature birth is the most life-changing experience. And the March of Dimes is working to change that so that people don't have to experience that. Even the smallest contribution makes a difference. And for anyone who's watching, I just ask that you find it in your heart to make a contribution, to save babies and save moms and help them give them their, happy ever after, their perfect story, their everything they imagined, what having family would be.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.